Charlie Rose, for those unsure, joins us now. Charlie.
Oh, wait a minute. This is in tribute to you.
Oh, I like that. Thank you.
Thank
you, Charlie.
It's
just a,
I just want to be stylish. I'm trying to be stylish. I get up every morning and see what you're looking at.
Yeah, but then there's the shoes, and I can't.
You can't go there.
You're fashion forward in a way I'll never be.
I'm comfort forward.
I've accepted it.
And I want to be fast on my feet. That's why they're there.
It's clear that Tiger wants to be back. Tiger Woods would like to be back.
Wants to be back?
Needs to be back.
It's like, it's what his life is. And that's what he did, and that's what he wanted, and he was the best in the world and had a string of victories, and by the time he was 31, had 14.
Mm-hmm. And isn't that, I know you asked him, isn't that sort of the blessing and the curse?
Indeed.
Is that, you know, he was Everest. He's not just a hill out back.
His genius was both a gift and a burden.
Yeah, and that now to return, you know, again, he had an aborted comeback. He was supposed to have come back. He did not. Felt his game wasn't there. He seems to get both satisfaction, but also to take pause right now with being Tiger Woods right now at what seems an inflection point.
I think there's an inflection point. I think he takes note of it.
Yeah.
He understands it, and he understands what is demanded of him. I mean, he is so driven. What's interesting about this, a lot of people haven't seen him laugh. He had fun. At the same time, he dealt with every issue in his life. His father, his public humiliation, his injuries, the fact that he's embarrassed himself on the golf course recently.
It is impossible to overstate how rare this was for him to do.
His people around him, including his manager, said, he's not only not set for a one-hour interview, he hasn't sat for anything like this, period. And he enjoyed it. At the end, he sat and talked to me. He spent 15 minutes after the interview talking to me about my life and you know, how I live the life I live, etc.
His one regret, we've been teasing it all morning, not what you might expect.
Exactly right. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's that he did not stay an extra year at Stanford, but it also speaks to what is not perhaps his one regret, which I certainly found interesting.
Yeah, indeed. He obviously regrets the public humiliation.
Yeah.
He says he is at peace with his wife and his children, that his wife is his best friend now. You know, you accept that as some sense that the three people most affected by this, his family, including his mother, 4, his wife, and his 2 children, that they have made their peace with that. He's apologized to them publicly and privately.
Yeah.
The kids understand mom and dad are, because of something that he said, dad did bad. That's why mom and dad aren't together. The question is, for me, you know, is the mental game and the real game, the physical game. You know, he has had such talent, and people who know talent say to me, you know, you don't lose it. At some point you grow old, and it's no longer. You can't get there as fast as you do want to. Rod Laver once said to me, I can still hit the ball. I just can't get there like I used to.
My mind knows what it wants to do. The body doesn't quite
respond.
get there.
Now, the question is whether he's at 30, at 40, has done that. We know Jack Nicklaus won the Masters at 46.
Right.
We know Tom Watson at 59 almost won the British Open.
The sport does set up for those of a certain vintage.
At some point, Michael Jordan said, it's time to retire.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant just decided it was time to retire. He has not made that decision.
And you speak to the mental game. So much of what was Tiger Woods was also, you know, he had you beat before you stepped on the first tee.
It intimidates you.
And when that's gone, and what we're really now seeing, we're seeing, you know, the era of Jordan Spieth.
Right.
A kid who grew up admiring him, but who is in no way intimidated by him now.
Played golf because of him, because he said it was so athletic. He was a baseball player.
And so when you lose, I guess this is right. This is the third act.
Right.
However Shakespearean. When you
This is very Shakespearean.
When you lose that essential part of your greatness, the ability to make your opponents weak in the knees, can you still do it?
I think he can. That's the point. He recognizes that he can't do it in the same way that he did it when he was considered the most phenomenal golfer ever to play the game.
Yeah.
Now, you measure greatness in part by how many World Series you win, how many in golf, how many majors you win. That's the standard of measurement. But there is a sense that at some time you've seen a golfer that was never anybody playing the game like he did.
Yeah.
He knows that the physical thing is no longer there. He believes he can adjust and win in other ways.
It has been, barstool conversations, Jack or Tiger, at their respective heights.
Right.
Let's do it.
All right.
Jack or Tiger?
For me,
Yeah.
I think at their best.
Yeah.
At their best.
Their best.
I think I don't know. I don't want to punt on the question, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
I think at their best, I would
he
probably
knows.
say at their best.
Yeah.
Tiger.
Interesting.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Arnie would say at my best.
Well,
it was
okay.
me.
So
because I said to Arnie once, wouldn't you love to compete with Tiger and these guys? He said, of course I would. And I said, do you think you could win? He said, I sure as hell like to try.
When anybody is asked, really, a dream foursome, that's, that myself, Arnie, Jack, and Tiger, simply to have the best seat in the house for what would transpire. I know in a bit that we didn't get to see, you did ask him about Arnold Palmer, who recently passed and who really brought the sport on his back into the mainstream, along with his rivalry with Jack
talked about the
Nicklaus.
NCAA thing where he couldn't pick up his tab. Arnie picked up the tab, and the NCAA doesn't allow that. He also talked about how told me a story about being in the dressing room, and Arnie would walk in and mock him. Arnie would tease him. You couldn't do that? Why? What is this about you?
It's amazing how much they both meant to the sport. And again, as you mentioned, why a sport and a fandom is not ready to let him go, at least not yet.
Finally, there's this. I mean, if you do what you and I do, the opportunity to have somebody sit down and say, let's have a smart and rich and a real conversation. That's what makes what we do, the exploration of somebody who we're really curious about and don't really know, interesting.
Makes it worth it.
Indeed.
Makes it all worth it. As would a couple more wins for my boys in blue.
Well, I was just saying, I'm so happy that you are now willing to accept the fact they may not do it and that the Cubs may be a team of destiny. And I have to say, I have not been a Cub fan all my life.
Yeah.
I just love that notion of history.
Okay.
I love this destiny.
Well, I want them to win for Vince Scully. How about that?
You mean the Dodgers to win for Vince Scully?
I'm giving this to the universe. May the best, most destined team win.
We'll see. We should be watching this together, except you're a busy man.
Yeah, it's my schedule we can't allow for. Yeah, that's it. The great Charlie Rose, as always.
Thank you.
You make us better. We appreciate it.
Thank you.